Definitely got to chew the ice first before we start a video. But anyway, guys, good morning. It's currently 6 o'clock in the morning. We just got done with our current push day. And sorry about the mess. I literally just moved into a new apartment. So once I'm done with this video, I'm gonna clean all that up, and then we're gonna go ahead and start with our work day. But anyway, guys, hope you all are having a wonderful and an awesome day. And in today's very special video, we're gonna be going over a pretty cool recovery supplement, one that I pretty much sip on throughout the day, either during training and especially throughout the day after training. And that's gonna be the BCAA Stimulant Free by PMD right here, guys. Damn! And we got the awesome grape flavor, which is amazing. So let's get straight into it. The very first ingredient inside the PMD BCAA is going to be HICA, which is short for alpha hydroxy isocaproic acid. Now, what that long name is it's basically a metabolite of the amino acid leucine. So leucine, as you guys probably already know, is an amino acid that helps to signal a process called mTOR, which in turn helps to start a process called muscle protein synthesis. So at any point in time, our bodies are actually either in muscle protein breakdown or muscle protein synthesis. So muscle protein breakdown, just like in the name, is going to be just the wasting of our muscle tissue, right? The breaking down of our protein, our muscle tissue, which is not good, obviously, when you're in fitness, because that means you're going to lose your gains, you're going to start looking skinny fat, which is what we don't want. Whereas we want to be more on the muscle protein synthesis side, whereas that's where our body is consistently building new muscle tissue, which in fitness, that's the majority of the side we want to be on most of the time. So this HICA helps to put us more on this side right here, which is going to help to increase not only recovery, it's going to reduce DOMS as well, which is delayed onset muscle soreness, which is really important, especially what I found out later on is a lot of DOMS really has to do with, I find a lot with CrossFitters and MMA fighters, just because it's the consistent training, the high intensity consistent training back to back to back to back. So that's where I think this HICA, especially inside of the PMD BCAAs, really shines. So reduction in DOMS, increase in muscle protein synthesis, an increase in recovery, and so it's really good for also body composition as well. So when we're dieting really hard, especially if you're in a caloric deficit, your body's pretty much in this risk of dipping into muscle tissue, breaking down our body's amino acids for energy. So when you have something like the HICA that's in there, that's gonna help to reduce the chances of our body breaking down our amino acids for energy, because it's really gonna help to ramp up or aid with the push of muscle protein synthesis. So definitely check on that one. I like that. All right, guys, next on the list is something called alpha KIC. So that's short for alpha keto isocaproate. Now, I probably just butchered that name, but what it basically is, it's a keto acid of leucine once again. And what it's gonna do is it helps to enhance high intensity exercise. And they had this proven in a college study with athletes, and they found that there was an increase in training exercise, reduced exercise-induced muscle damage, and a decrease in fatigue as well. So there's really good muscular endurance benefits with it as well. So increased training intensity, a reduction in exercise-induced muscle damage, and also a decrease in fatigue, simultaneously increase in muscular endurance so that we can perform longer. So definitely check. Next on the list, guys, we're gonna have the 2:1:1 ratio of isoleucine, leucine, and valine. That's the combination of all three amino acids that once again help to aid with muscle protein synthesis. So once again, guys, we're consistently in that muscle protein synthesis side, AKA that muscle building side, and not in that muscle protein breakdown side, so that we're able to recover better from our training. Once again, a reduction in DOMS, helps to decrease the chances of us losing muscle tissue in a deep caloric deficit. This also helps to reduce training fatigue, and it has the correct ratio of isoleucine to leucine to valine with that 2:1:1 ratio. So definitely check on that one. Next, you're gonna have your amino catalyst complex, which is there to help to aid the other amino acids with recovery. And next, we're gonna have our electrolyte and hydro pump blend. Now, this one I find extremely useful. I mean, as you guys can see, I'm still sweaty from my workout. I mean, when you're down south here in Louisiana where it's always hot and you're constantly sweating, you will lose electrolytes, okay? And when your body loses electrolytes, you're really gonna feel the energy just zap right out of your body. That means that you're gonna have a mental fog, just a loss of energy. It's gonna be really hard to contract the muscle tissue, that mind-muscle connection that we love so much. It's gonna be really hard to do that when you have less sodium in the body as well. So with the hydration blend that's in here, this is gonna help to keep the water in our bodies so that we keep our energy up. So this is really good, especially if you train outside. If, like I said before, if you train CrossFit, if you train MMA, if you do any sports, soccer, football, whatever, including bodybuilding as well, anytime you lose water, you will be losing electrolytes. So this electrolyte and this Hydro Pump blend is really, really good just to help keep you hydrated so that we can keep on and continuing with our training so that we just feel really good. So definitely check on that one. All right, guys, so that's really gonna be it right there. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, the nutrition facts. So once again, we have an increase in muscle protection, muscle recovery. So we're gonna have a reduction in DOMS. That's short for Delayed Onset Muscle Soreness, which is really important to me, especially since I started jiu-jitsu and I'm still doing my bodybuilding fitness as well. And you're gonna have a reduction in fatigue so that we have an increase in not only athletic performance, but also muscular endurance as well. We're gonna have, it helps to aid, this also helps to aid with body composition. So like I said before, guys, when you're in that deep caloric deficit and your body is at high risk of using amino acids, aka muscle tissue, as energy, this is really gonna help to reduce the risk of our body losing muscle through the entire dieting process. This is gonna help with hydration as well, just to keep the water in our body so that our energy is consistently up. And the last thing, guys, is it tastes really good. So what I usually do with these is I put it in a jug like this. This is a half-gallon jug filled to the top. And what I do is I throw some ice in there, throw water in there, put 1 to 2 scoops of the BCAAs in there, shake it up, and I just sip on it throughout the day. That way I can have my consistent recovery, but also hydration throughout the day. And there's another one, guys, like another type. So they make a charged version as well, guys, and here it is right here. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see that. So the charged version, it has the same benefits as the BCAA Stim free. The only difference is the addition of the caffeine. So it's gonna have caffeine anhydrous, green tea, and also green coffee bean extract. Now, the reason why I really want to mention this one, the charged version, is because this really helped with my work day. And so with work, I work in finance, and finance is obviously tied with tax season. Tax season, you're working longer hours. The intensity of the work is also ramped up as well. But on top of that, guys, I was also training every single day. So anyone that knows me knows that I train every single day, push-pull legs back to back consistently. And so my intensity was always high outside of work, intensity was high with work, and then once work was over with, obviously I had other things to do with business afterwards where I needed the intensity to be high as well. And that's where I found the charged really came in clutch, is it helped to keep my body consistently in a recovery mode, but it also helped to keep me hydrated, and it helped to keep my energy steady and level so I can handle all these different tasks throughout the day. So that's where I think the charged really comes in, guys. And so if you are a person that you need that type of energy just throughout the day, then I think the charged is really going to come in clutch. But once again, guys, you know, this comes in a stimulant free, comes with a stimulant, and they're both really good. You just have to match it up with your specific lifestyle. But anyway, guys, that's going to go ahead and conclude our video for today. If you guys do try this out, I think you guys are really going to like this one. And if you do try it out, definitely leave a comment down below, and I'll try to get back to you as fast as I can. But anyway, I'm Eric Superfam. I have to get ready for work, got to change out the sweaty clothes, and continue with the work day. Anyway, love you guys. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.